What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 11 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. We are once again using this really cool Cramorant team built by AndyLaVGC. We had a lot of good success with it yesterday, and I'm hoping to keep that up today. So looking at my opponent's first team, it is Tornogre. It is going to be Kyogre with Tornadus, Kartana, Thundurus, what's-his-face, Amoonguss, and Incineroar. So what? Rillaboom, I feel like I need Colossal, just given the fact that there's so many things that it hits into, particularly that it has pretty good damage onto everything. Colossal, so I need Cramorant, unfortunately. Zacian for sure. And now the question is, what do I want in the last slot? Probably Gastrodon. We do have to really worry about Kartana. Kartana and Amoonguss are a little scary, but I'm really hoping that Colossal will pull us through. The big fear is Incin lead. Incin lead or Tornogre lead is probably the scariest thing. We do have the ability to just pop out from Colossal if need be, so that's always going to be really nice. As we will see, okay, so it is going to be Tornogre, which means we don't have a super free, we can't survive the Max Geyser, unfortunately. So what we can do is we go for an Icy Wind and swap into Gastrodon. Right, yeah, we go for a Gastrodon here, as well as an Icy Wind from these two. And the question now is, can we preserve Colossal for the end game? I think Colossal is going to be really big. We do obviously have the very obvious switch, but you don't really have a good counterplay into that. And Cramorant, I think, can really put us in a potentially advantageous position. We do have to be a little bit wary of Thunder. That would probably be the worst, is if they went for Tailwind Thunder. I mean, we do get Gastrodon in safely, we do lose Cramorant, and that does force out Zacian a little bit earlier than I would have liked, as we will see the switch. I feel like, though, you do want to go for the water type move, as okay, so we are going to see the max. If it's Max Geyser, which it might be, right? You might say, hey, I need to get rid of Colossal ASAP. If you go for the Max Geyser, we're in really good shape, because now we can get a little bit slowdown on the Ogre and set up really well for things in the end game. We will see the Tailwind. Yep, makes sense. Probably going to see, please be a Max Geyser. Perfect. Max Geyser into Gastrodon means we are going to be able to slow down Kyogre. Kyogre, it's good damage. It's really good damage. We are probably not faster with Cramorant, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go for an Ice Beam. Let's go for an Ice Beam here, and let's go for another Icy Wind. I think Cramorant can still put in work. We will see the Hurricane onto Cramorant. We will survive as Icy Wind. Okay, so good to know about the speed tier on their Tornado or in their Kyogre. This is either going to be a Hailstorm or a Thunderbolt or a Max Thunder. So we are going to unfortunately lose. Okay, so we do see Hailstorm. So this is into Cramorant. So that's fine. We can, I was gonna say we can bring out Colossal. We actually cannot bring out Colossal. We can bring out Zacian though, and Zacian should still do a really solid amount of damage. As yeah, Gastrodon picks up the KO. This is awkward. What's nice though is it looks like their only damage is going to be Hailstorm. I'm guessing like Water Spout, Scald, Ice Beam, Protect. So Kartana is scary. Kartana is scary, but Kartana cannot max, which means that Zacian close combat into you is pretty safe. Yeah, it's pretty safe. You can't go for a water type attack, so that's really good. We do have the Protect, as well as a Behemoth Blade neutral. I don't like going for a close combat on a Kartana, but it's kind of necessary, right? Right. You have to ice beam Zacian. We will unfortunately Ensign? Okay. Ensign comes out. We are going to get a good amount of damage off. So what's nice is, let's see, Protect Slug. This should be a Hailstorm. So Zacian luckily should not take that much. We will get the close combat off onto you. That's bad. You should live. You should not have lived. That's fine. That's fine, because now what we do is we can double attack into Kartana. We will see the Hailstorm. This should be into Gastrodon. Yep, into Gastrodon. Gastrodon going to take absolutely nothing. How do we want this? You can Water Spout. Double protect to stall out Tailwind, right? Let's see how many turns of Tailwind are left. 1 turn of Tailwind. Double protect, stall at the Tailwind, close combat into Kyogre, KO the Ensign with Gastrodon. We potentially lose Zacian, lets us bring out Colossal for free, max Colossal late game. So did we just protect? We just did protect. So I'm gonna actually, let's do it this way. Fake Out comes out into Zacian. That's fine. Should be an Ice Beam. Okay. Ice Beam into Gastrodon should be in citrus range. Yeah, so you're going to proc Citrus Berry. That's fine. This is actually good, because what that'll do is Earth Power will get some chip onto Kyogre. Okay. That it is chip. Close combat into Kyogre and Earth Power the Ensign. So we do this. We go for a close combat here. Worst case, we can bring out Colossal. Colossal should be able to live a Sacred Sword, right? Worst case, it is a double up, in which case we do have Earth Power. We do have the Hail, and we can go for a Volcalith to get chip onto Kartana. So we should, yeah, we don't want to change the weather in the event that it is Focus Sash, not Assault Vest. But Zacian should be in a good enough position to get the KO onto Ogre. We are going to see the Instant swap out. So interesting choice. Probably expecting the close combat. Lets you go for another protect. Okay, that's fine. We will get some chip damage onto the Kyogre, or not onto the Kyogre, onto the Kartana. Try to figure out a little bit about what item it has. Okay, so that's probably call it a guess, but I would like to assume that that means your Assault Vest. We will see Hail Chip come out. We obviously want to target into Kartana, so I'm gonna go for a Recover on Gastrodon and go for a close combat onto the Kartana. Get rid of that. Make it so. Yeah, it looks like it makes sense to cancel. Right at this point, we just threatened so much damage. You didn't really have an out, and we still had our max, which we could have maxed Kartana. I mean, not Kartana. We could have maxed Colossal if need be. We are going to see a Mystic Water. Interesting max speed. Interesting that we outsped, because we are 150. Tornadus pretty standard. Not much really to say here. Kartana was Assault Vest. We did get the boost, but still, that's kind of absurd. We are going to see a physical Lumberry Thunderous, Amoonguss, something I was afraid of, and then Ensign, which wasn't really doing much here. But overall, still a really good, solid first battle. And yeah, with that, let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2. And it's Hard Trick Room. It is, what is it called? Venusaur with Torkoal, Hatterene, a Calyrex, Thunderous, and Indeedee. So I really like I feel like Cramorant Colossal just puts on so much pressure. Rotom Heat is really good, as is Zacian. Gastrodon has been doing a lot. We can let it chill. Yeah, I think this is our best bet. We should see an Indeedee Hatterene lead. Indeedee Hatterene makes the most sense. We can at least get a little chip going. Right? You probably are going to do Indeedee Hatterene. That's what I would say. You could do Torkoal Venusaur, which is, okay, yeah, Indeedee Hat makes sense. You want to do the Guaranteed Trick Room. You are going to set that up. We can at least trigger the policy on Colossal to start getting Volcalith chip, which means that Hatterene, I say we still target into Hatterene regardless. We go for a Surf. We go for the, we could Quake. No, let's Volcalith. I think Volcalith makes sense. Just because we want to get that damage guaranteed going, and you should not be maxing Hatterene this turn. You could. Not maxing Hatterene puts you in a very vulnerable spot because of the fact that it means that wait, no, if you max Hatterene, it means you don't get Guaranteed Trick Room. So we are going to see that. So most likely it's going to be Follow Me Trick Room, which means that we can get off Surf, just a little bit of chip on both, and we do get the Gulp Missile, which is great, which does damage when it's hit. So we can proc the policy. This will bring out Calyrex, right? This should be Calyrex. This should KO Indeedee. Yeah, Indeedee's gonna go down. We get the Rock Chip onto Hatterene, which means we have 3 turns into whatever comes out. We will get Hatterene pretty low. We also do have Zacian, so like I'm not really too worried about most of what's left. I'm guessing it's Torkoal as well. Torkoal is fine. We do have that nice little Gulp Missile just hanging out, so something's gonna take a lot of chip, which is pretty great. We get to see that animation. Calyrex. Okay, so it is Calyrex. Hatterene's actually very scary. I'm not gonna lie here. We have to Surf. Volcalith is also super effective. Which does more? Volcalith. Let's go for Volcalith on Calyrex. I don't think we're gonna get it. We are going to see a max. This should, in my mind, be Hatterene. It could be Calyrex. I feel like you could max Calyrex to let you go for an expanding. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna max Calyrex, which means that you can expanding force with Hatterene. We should be able to take. It. I don't think we live the max Quake though. Yeah, expanding force comes out. Oh my god, we will fire off the Gulp Missile into Hatterene, get it into. That's so much damage, and we get the defense drop. Perfect. Max Quake comes out into Colossal. We lose Colossal, that's fine. That lets me bring out Zacian. Yeah, lets me bring out Zacian. We will get the Surf off, which means we do have the second Gulp Missile activated, which means that Hatterene should go down to a combination of everything that's about to happen. Surf. Thanks, Cramorant. I actually really would have liked. Do we? No, we don't KO. God, that's so much damage. We bring out. Let's bring out Zacian. Just because of the fact that Zacian isn't going to take. Zacian. Actually, hear me out. We call the obvious Max Quake, swap into Rotom. So we go for... I hate that. I have to go for Surf here. I actually shouldn't live, so it's fine. We swap into Rotom to say you're going to go for a Max Quake into Zacian. This lets me live. We can protect the subsequent turn to stall out Calyrex's Max and then be in good spot. We will see an Expanding Force come out. I just need Rotom to live. 40. We'll take 40. Boom. We get the KO onto Hatterene, which is funny to me. Please be Max. It should be Max Quake. Perfect. Boom. Okay. Love that. We can now double protect. There should be what? I want to say there's one turn of Trick Room left. Yeah. Okay. It is Torkoal. Yeah, Hatterene did a little bit more than I would have liked, but you know, it is what it is. God, Hatterene's such a beast. There is 2 turns of Trick Room left. That was not, nope, come on. We go for a Protect. I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. I don't think I'm going to get it. You should, what, double up Zacian? You might, no, you should just go for an Eruption. You don't really have a reason not to. Yeah, and this Eruption should KO. If Rotom lives, which it doesn't, I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, we can't win this one, fortunately. I'm just trying to think of where... Oh. How could we have played this differently, right? We couldn't... We could have... Okay, so what? Yeah, because we're not going to be able to survive another hit from Torkoal. We can go for a double protect. Stall out the Sun. There's 4 turns of Sun left. Just kidding. We'll pretend that this double protect will matter because at least we can KO Calyrex. I'm trying to think, like, what could we have done? We could have brought Rotom. Rotom would have been... We don't even get the protect. That's fine. Rotom as a lead with Colossal, I think, could have been fine. We do have Heat Wave. Yeah, because there's no way we could have... There's no way... We could have done Heat Wave... We could have done Heat Wave Surf, actually. That's what the play would have been. Not going for a Volcalith. Because what that would have let me do is that would have let me get the KO on that. Yeah, because then I could have KO'd Hatterene. And we didn't need to necessarily max there. We could have still proc the policy. That would have really let us set up for the end game. So, yeah, early max kind of cost us, but it still, I think, was a good game. Let's quickly take a look. I feel like the team is pretty standard. Yeah, Wide Lens Venusaur, yeah, makes sense. Torkoal, pretty standard. Solar Beam, I think, is cool tech, but yep, Hatterene, interesting. Not min speed hat with, yeah, high horsepower, Muscle Band, Life Orb, Thunderous, Safety Goggles. So yeah, if I had gone for Surf and Heat Wave, that probably would have KO'd, given how much that we did with, what's his face, with Cramorant, we probably would have gotten the KO with Colossal, which meant they wouldn't have gotten up Trick Room, and then we would have been able to max pretty freely and then get a KO that way. So overall, it is what it is. You learn, and let's just keep rocking and rolling and play one more. All right, last battle of the day, and it is a Kyogre team. It is Kyogre, Urshifu, Torkoal with Porygon 2, a Venusaur, and Tornadus. I'm thinking of what? Rotom Gastrodon with Rillaboom Zacian. We leave Cram Cole behind. You're probably going to lead Tornogre, right? I'm thinking you lead Tornogre to stop Colossal. And what that lets me do is that lets me set up with Gastrodon. We can set up Gastrodon, swap into Rillaboom, go for... Oh, actually, we don't even need to worry about a water type attack with Gastrodon. We can protect. We can max Rotom to max Lightning, potentially. We don't even need to max Lightning. We can just Lightning to KO something and use the Water Absorb. Water Absorb, we do have to worry about, what's it called? Water Spout. But we could also max Gastrodon to Earth, to max Quake, to boost special defense, to let me weaken Kyogre and then set up for next turn. Let's see leads here. I am just expecting Tornogre, as we will see Porygon 2. Okay, so Venu, Porygon 2. So the really standard sort of lead of don't give them anything. We can swap into Rillaboom. Go for a Overheat onto Venusaur. Gastrodon deals with Torkoal very well. So we're probably going to see Torkoal and Kyogre in the back, which suggests to me Weather Ball Venusaur. Interesting that no switch on their end. Is it going to be... Oh, Sleep Powder into the safety goggles. Overheat connects. That should be a KO'd Venusaur. I'll take that any day of the week. That's perfect. We still have to figure out how to beat this Torkoal. Torkoal is fine. We do have Trick Room. And we have Gastrodon. I mean, not Trick Room. We have Fake Out and Gastrodon. You should bring out Torkoal here. This is... Yeah, we are going to see Torkoal. Gastrodon should be in a good spot. So what I want to do is... I want to Fake Out onto Torkoal and just go for a Thunderbolt onto it as well. Just trying to get a little bit of chip for reducing the amount of damage Eruption can do. And then we can bring out Gastrodon from there. You could max Torkoal. Maxing Torkoal would be, like, very feels bad. No, okay, perfect. No max. That lets us get every little bit of chip. We are going to see an Ice Beam. Okay, so Okay. That was a thing. We are at least putting on good pressure. We are putting on good pressure with Rotom. I don't know if Gastrodon can live this double up. But you know, we're gonna try. If we can get through Trick Room, Zacian deals with Porygon 2. We do need. I mean, we have a lot of options for Kyogre, right? We have Rillaboom, which is hanging out. This should be Porygon 2. This should be Porygon 2. Oh, okay. You're gonna max Torkoal. Okay, Torkoal is fine. We can max... If we survive this turn, we can max Gastrodon. Max Flare comes out into Slug. What? Oh my god. That was way too much damage. Eerie Impulse comes out onto onto Rotom. That's fine. We're just trying to get every little bit of chip. We max Quake here, And let's just go for the Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp is fine. We want to stall out Trick Room as much as possible, and also stall out the Torkoal's Max, which even if you go for Eerie Impulse onto Slug, I think that's fine. We do have Rillaboom. Rillaboom has knockoff. Rillaboom threatens Ogre. We should not comfortably, but we should be able to live another Max Flare. I cannot believe it did that much damage. Max Flare into Gastrodon, 284. Okay, 158, perfect. That's way more reasonable damage. We are also, okay, perfect. We also outspeed Porygon 2, which means is that a KO? Did we just KO Torkoal? If we did, that makes my life a lot easier. Yeah, okay. So we KO the Torkoal, which is nice. It should be an Eerie Impulse from Porygon 2. Just straight Ice Beam. Okay, that's fine. Will-O-Wisp will connect. That's always nice. You know, get some nice little chip going. We can now get off a Max Quake onto their Kyogre under the Trick Room and set up for Rillaboom in the endgame. So that should be good for us. Right, here comes Kyogre. Kyogre is slower than Gastrodon. Gastrodon will be able to get off a second Max Quake. We will also get some nice Grassy Terrain recovery, and then we could, yeah, let's Max Quake here and swap into Rillaboom. Let's try it. Pressuring with Grassy Glide is always nice. We also do want to, I think preserving Rotom is potentially beneficial. As Rillaboom comes out, Rillaboom does have knockoffs, that's really huge. Max Quake comes out. Just trying to get some nice special defense boosts. Good damage, really good damage. We still do have a turn of Max, which is also really nice to work with. So it should be an Ice Beam, I'm guessing. An Eerie Impulse. Eerie Impulse is fine. We have close combat on Zacian, so I think... Nice. Yeah, the priority right now is KOing Kyogre. Porygon 2, not too much of an issue. The question, though, is... Yeah, we should have one turn left to work with of Grassy Terrain. Oh, no, we don't. I'm going to Max Quake here, and I'm going to knock off... Actually, wait, no, Max Quake you and... Max Quake here and swap out into Rotom? Let's do that. Try and just get as much chip as possible onto Kyogre. We should be able to live another hit. Yeah, we will see the Protect. There should be a Protect in Trick Room. And Protect in Trick Room is actually ideal for us, because what that lets me do is that will... Okay, so that gets us the boost. That means Gastrodon will be slower. You might just go straight for an Ice Beam, which, you know, is also an option. Rotom does get the special defense boost. Okay, perfect. Trick Room is great. That lets us recover with Gastrodon. Yeah, we can recover with Gastrodon, and then because Gastrodon is the slowest thing on the field, or I guess the fastest at this point. We have a recover here, as well as a Thunderbolt onto Kyogre. We do have to worry potentially about attack. What's it called? We do have to worry about Water Spout, but I think actually Rotom might go first, because we don't have too much speed invested. We will see the Ice Beam come out onto Gastrodon. Yeah, using those special defense boosts, we're going to absolutely take it. This lets us put Kyogre in the red. We will see Ice Beam, just straight Ice Beam. No even attempt at dealing with the Rotom, which is fine, which means that I say I'm going to go for another recover. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt onto this Kyogre, and from there we can try and figure out how to get in once we get in Rillaboom safely. Yeah, because at this point, right, like once Rillaboom comes out, we were able to get the knockoff. We still have Zacian in the back, which just, you know, didn't even make an appearance. So overall, I think a really good game. We didn't get to bring Cramorant, unfortunately, but still had a lot of fun with it. Definitely make sure to subscribe to Andy. Definitely make sure to check out his channel if you haven't already. We will potentially try to squeeze in, yeah, we'll do one more team and then figure out kind of what we're doing for next month. I still have too many ideas, so look out for whatever happens then. And until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.